Sorry, my camera just cut out because I lost space on my iPad, so sorry if the lighting's different. Yes, the next question I asked before I had surgery, and I got asked again this weekend, is do you feel empty, like you're missing an organ? When I lie on my back, will my tummy just fall in, like there's nothing inside there? But no, I don't know how the body works, but you can't tell any difference. Like when I woke up from surgery, I didn't feel like anything was missing, and I can't really tell, a difference now. It doesn't feel like there's an empty space in there. So no, you can't tell any difference. Can you eat normally? A lot of people think they know what you can eat when you have an ostomy, but actually it's completely individual. I can eat anything. The only thing I avoid eating is popcorn, and I think it's more because, when you're eating popcorn and you'll get like a piece in your tooth and then it's really hard to get out, just that kind of casing of the corn. I just wouldn't want that coming out of my ostomy. I don't know. I probably could eat it, but yeah, I'm avoiding it as much as I can. So if I have some popcorn, I'll only have like 2 or 3 pieces. But yeah, it's really individual to each person. Some people I've heard don't get on with vegetables or fruit. I'm completely fine with them. So I would just see what you're okay with eating if you have the surgery. I think when you come out of surgery, start with kind of plainer foods that are easily digestible, things like mashed potato, bread, biscuits. They're kind of, obviously you're going to break them down quite well, and then move on to things like fruit and veg, and then try things with like skins, nuts, mushrooms. I know they're quite difficult for some people, but as I say, I eat all of those things and I'm fine. And I think if you know somebody with an ostomy, don't assume and don't make it a big deal, because I find that quite frustrating sometimes when somebody is like, oh, could you eat this? Or like, oh, I left those out for you because you can't have them, can you? And it's like, well, I'm just a normal person. You should have asked me kind of what I want to eat. I can choose. I know what I can eat. So yeah, if you know somebody, just ask. I'm sure they won't mind you asking. What can you wear when you have an ostomy? I wear everything. It's not really changed my wardrobe, really. I mean, the obvious thing is things that are going to restrict, things you physically cannot wear. So, for example, I've got leggings on. I wear my leggings above the bag or below the bag. I'm not going to wear them dead on my ostomy, because that would just be silly. You can't obviously pull things either side of your bag, because it's going to stick on the bag. Just things like that you physically cannot wear. Yeah, but that's really not very many things I've come across. It's more so like trousers. If they are directly where the stoma is, that's a bit annoying, but mainly you can find trousers that are above or below the stoma that's not going to bother you. But again, when I had surgery, people assumed that I couldn't wear certain things, or even in the leaflets, to be honest, that I was given from a hospital, it said you might want to wear like looser clothing, or you might want to like rethink your wardrobe, and it was like, no, why should I let this change my wardrobe? Like, if I can wear things, I can wear them, and if people can see that I'm wearing a bag, so I'm wearing a bag, get over it. Like, I'm not going to change myself and my fashion or what I want to wear just because you can see that I have a bag. I happily admit that I have a bag, so why would I care if you can see it? It's just an outline. So what? So yeah, I wear all different types of things. I wouldn't let that bother you. Again, it's a confidence thing. If you want to wear something and you're confident wearing it, do it. It doesn't matter what other people think. And the last question that I've got, because I'm conscious this is going on forever, is the ostomy that I have permanent, or will you have a reversal? Before I had surgery, I thought, okay, I can have surgery, I can manage this if it's only for like 6 months, and then I'll have a reversal, then it will be fine. And if you don't know what a reversal is, it's where they take your small intestine, they bring it down to your butt, they make a little loop, so it's called a J pouch they make. So they bring your small intestine down from your small intestine, make a little loop, and kind of sew it up like that, and here's your bum. And then waste is kind of collected in this little pouch inside. So essentially you can go to the toilet like a normal person, and you don't have an ostomy anymore. And I thought, definitely that's what I want to do, because I can manage having an ostomy, but not for very long. Like, I definitely want to, you know, go back to normal. But as soon as I had surgery, I got on so well with having a stoma and, you know, changing my bag, emptying my bag, and having full control again myself. I thought, I'm kind of okay with this. Like, I don't want to go back to that uncertainty, because I've heard some people with a J pouch have symptoms again. They need to go toilet quite a lot in the day. The stuff they're passing is quite liquidy, and they can have accidents, or, you know, things can happen. So although that's, for some people that's better because they're not getting on with their ostomy, I really am, and I love it. So I think I'm just going to keep it. And actually, from the advice of my doctor and my IBD nurse, they've said if you had a reversal, you'd be a nightmare. Like, you would get symptoms again, you would get pouchitis, they call it, in the J pouch, and you'd be ill again. So no way, I don't want to go back to that. So really the only surgery left for me to have is to remove whatever's left in there, because when they do a subtotal colectomy, they kind of leave all the muscles in your bum to get rid, to reconnect when you have the pouch, so that you can get rid of waste yourself and have that control. So they've left all that in there, and because I won't have a reversal, it will just be a case of removing whatever's left in there, because at the moment, if I don't take suppositories and things like that, I start to pass blood again, just from whatever's left in there. The tiny bit that's left has colitis in it, I guess, and I pass blood. So yeah, at the moment I have to have suppositories every 3 days at the moment. So yeah, that would be the only surgery I'm going to have. I won't have a reversal. I hope that wasn't too long and rambly, and I hope it answered some of the questions. And I'm really interested if you have any questions to ask me. Either inbox me or leave it in a comment below. I'm really interested to what your questions would be, and I'd be really happy to answer them, whatever they are. Nothing's silly, nothing's embarrassing, just ask and I'm happy to answer. Nothing's too personal. Oh, and by the way, this is the other pussy cat here. This is Percy. Hello. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you're all well. Bye.